introduce themselves before we move on to the next session. Okay.
We have time, Mataji. You want to start, no?
Yeah, we have time, and I don't think so. We are doing introduction.
Oh, okay. We can chant then.
Yeah, we can chant, Mataji. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhaktavinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna Hare Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Hare 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 Krishna Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna Hare Ram Hare Hare. Yeah, Nityananda Prabhu joined the class. Hare Krishna everyone, welcome to Bhakti Sangha conference call. Today we are very fortunate to have His Grace Nityananda Prabhu to enlighten us on the topic of Srimad Bhagavatam, 7th canto, 5th chapter and 55 verse. Hare Krishna Prabhuji, please accept our humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much Prabhu for joining and giving your valuable time and association this morning and enlightening us on the topic of Srimad Bhagavatam. I now hand over the call to you. Hare Krishna. Prabhuji, you have to unmute, Prabhuji. Thank you, Prabhu.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudiraye. नष्टप्रायेषु भद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवत्युत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकी कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय देवकी नन्दनाय च नन्दगोपकुमाराय गोविन्दाय नमो नमः। श्रीमद्भागवतम् 7th canto, 5th chapter, verse number 55. अततान् श्लाक्ष्णाय वाचा अततान् श्लाक्ष्णया वाचा प्रत्याहूय महाभूतः उवाच विद्वांस तन्निष्ठां कृपया प्रहसन्निव अथ तान् श्लक्ष्णया वाचा प्रत्याहो यमः उवाच विद्वांस्तन्निष्ठां कृपया प्रहसन्निव अथ तान् श्लक्ष्णया वाचा प्रत्याहो यमः उवाच विद्वांस्तन्निष्ठां कृपया प्रहसन्निव अथ then Tan, the class friends, Lakshnaya, with very pleasing vacha speech, Pratyahoya addressing Mahabudha, Prahlad Maharaj, who was highly learned and advanced in spiritual consciousness. Maha means great and Buddha means learned. Vacha said, Vidwan, very learned, Tan Nishtham, the path of God realization. Kripaya, being merciful. Prahasan, smiling, Eva like. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Prahlad Maharaj was truly the supreme learned person, then addressed his class friends in a very sweet language. Smiling, he began to teach them about the uselessness of the materialistic way of life. Being very kind to them, he instructed them as follows. Purport. Prahlad Maharaj's smiling is very significant. To other students, the other students were very much advanced in enjoying materialistic life through religion, economic development, and sense gratification. But Prahlad Maharaj laughed at them, knowing that this was not actual happiness. For real happiness is advancement in Krishna consciousness. The duty of those who follow in the footsteps of Prahlad Maharaj is to teach the entire world how to be Krishna conscious and thus be really happy. Materialistic persons take to so-called religion to get some blessings so that they can improve their economic position and enjoy the material world through sense gratification. But devotees like Prahlad Maharaj laugh at how foolish they are to be busy in a temporary life without knowledge of the soul's transmigration from one body to another. Materialistic persons are engaged in striving for temporary benefits, whereas person advanced in spiritual knowledge such as Prahlad Maharaj are not interested in the materialistic way of life. Instead, they want to be elevated to an eternal life of knowledge and bliss. Therefore, as Krishna is always compassionate to the fallen souls, his servants, the devotees of the Lord Krishna, are also interested in educating the entire populace in Krishna consciousness. The mistake of materialistic life is understood by devotees, and therefore they smile upon it, considering it insignificant. Out of compassion, however, such devotees preach the gospel of Bhagavad Gita all over the world. Om Jnanatimirantasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadameyam Dadati Swapatantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yutapada Kamalam Shri Guru Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savajutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhanvitamscha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandho Jagatpate गोपेश गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमोस्तुते। तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। नमो ओम विष्णुपादाय कृष्ण प्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्ति वेदांत स्वामिनिति नामिने। नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। अथतान्श्लक्ष्णया वाचा प्रत्याहूय महाबुधा वाच विद्वांस तन्निष्ठां कृपया प्रहसन्निव। Prahlad Maharaj was truly the supreme learned person, addressed his class friends in very sweet language. Smiling, he began to teach them about the uselessness of materialistic way of life. Being very kind to them, he instructed them as follows. Hare Krishna. It's a great privilege and fortune to be among the devotees. We are reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, 7th canto, chapter number 5, entitled Prahlad Maharaj, the saintly son of Hiranyakashipu. Fifth verse. Now onwards, important chapter, that is Prahlad Maharaj instructions, teachings to his schoolmates will start. So Prahlad Maharaj is an exemplification of the ideal devotee who has both things, jnana and vairagya. Vairagya vidya nija bhakti yoga shikshartameka purusha purano Shri Krishna Chaitanya Shariradhari Kripang Mudhir Yastamaham Prapadye. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu taught these two principles. Vairagya Vidya Nija Bhakti Yoga. Three things. Vairagya Vidya and Bhakti Yoga. And Sri Prahlad Maharaj exemplifies all these three. Is it my voice is audible to devotees?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Okay. So Prahlad Maharaj, as I remember discussing, Prahlad Maharaj got Krishna consciousness in the womb of his mother Kayadu by the grace of Srimad Narada Muni. Without much endeavor. Same time, Hiranyakashipu got all his powers by undergoing severe austerities with a lot of difficulties. He amassed apparently powerful siddhis which is cannot even imagined by ordinary yogi. The devotees, even though since they are the devotees of Krishna, they are higher than the yogis, but nevertheless the devotees don't exhibit these siddhis, or devotees are not, they're not interested in such siddhis. But even though in that sense they are materially less capable compared to the yogis, but still they emerge victorious. They can face all difficult situations. Like Ambarish Maharaj. Durvasa Muni was a powerful yogi, powerful, have all the siddhis with him. Just with a one word he could produce, he could invoke a big demon just from his small hair. And that demon was up to kill Ambarish Maharaj. Such a power he had. But Ambarish Maharaj, even though he was a king, he did not exhibit any such power. Well, ultimately, what happened? Durvasa Muni's, all his siddhis become insignificant in front of Ambarish Maharaj's devotional service. The power of devotional service is always greater than the power of all these great yogic siddhis. So here Hiranyakashipu amassed so much of yogic powers. But Prahlad Maharaj's simple devotional service is always victorious. That's why Hiranyakashipu was not able to understand why he, in spite of all the power he has amassed, by which he could threaten the demigods, by which he could scare the controllers of this universe. But a small boy, he could not be even slightly even harmed by all his powers. Just like in the great river, when the flood comes, big trees and big elephants are washed away. The flood of water. But that simple grass in that riverbed, or the small fishes in those rivers, they are not to be, they don't get swayed away by this current of this river. Why? Because they have taken shelter of the river. The grass, they don't stand against the current, rather it goes with the current, bending down. So just the flood goes on top of it and the grass stays over there. So similarly, these powerful yogis who are very amass lot of siddhis, since they go against Krishna, since they go against the Shastra, the Dharma, they are swept away by the current of Maya. But the devotees of Krishna, since they are subservient to Krishna, they are obedient to Krishna, the current of Maya cannot touch them. Maya dakshena prakriti shriyate cha charachara. Keturane kaunteya jagat viparivartate. Maya works under Krishna's direction. Mamevaye prapatyante mayametan tarantite. Anyone who surrenders unto me, those who take shelter of Krishna, they can cross over the difficult Maya. So here Prahlad Maharaj, in spite of undergoing lot of tortures, lot of trials by Hiranyakashipu and their soldiers, but he is always happy and satisfied. Here mentioned Athatan Slakshnaya Vacha Pratyahuya Mahabhudaha. Slakshnaya means very pleasing way, smiling way. Kripaya Prahasaniva. So the great devotees of Krishna, they are, even though they laugh at the materialistic people who are fallen into sense gratification, but at the same time, Kripaya, they also have compassion. So Prasan and Kripaya, both things are there. So the great yogis, maybe because of the advancement in spiritual life, they may strongly situated in their own path of self-realization, but they just laugh at the materialistic people. But the devotees of the Lord, they not only advance in spiritual life, but at the same time they're compassionate towards the living entities. That's why Prabhupada writes, and the duty of those who follow in the footsteps of Prahlad Maharaj is to teach the entire world how to be Krishna conscious and thus be really happy. So this is the duty of the devotees of Prahlad Maharaj. Devotees, the duties of the devotee is that they should follow Prahlad Maharaj, that teach the world how to be Krishna conscious. So Prahlad Maharaj exhibited both Jnana, Vairagya, as well as Bhakti, all these three. When Chaitanya Mahaprabhu hears the pastimes of Prahlad Maharaj and Dhruva Maharaj, he was again and again asking them to speak the same pastime. Most hundreds of times, 100 times Mahaprabhu heard these pastimes. Why? Because Mahaprabhu is instructing through his own example that one should follow the footsteps of Prahlad Maharaj and Dhruva Maharaj, so that one heart will be purified. Then they'll be able to ready to enter into the secrets of devotional service, higher aspects of devotional service. So very soon we are going to celebrate Sri Gaura Purnima. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradhayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namne Gauratushe Namaha. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's incarnation is also very, very amusing, creates amusement, because he said, Anarpita Charim Chirat Karunaya Avatirana Kalau Samarpayitum Munnado Jalasya Bhaktirashasriyam Hari Purada Sundara Ditikadamba Sandipitaha Sata Hridaya Gandhare Spuratuva Sachinandana. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu incarnation, Mahaprabhu is Supreme Lord Krishna himself. Even though Krishna is Atma Rama, Krishna is self-satisfied. He doesn't have anything to be achieved by anything from external. But at the same time, Krishna is also depends on his devotees for being satisfied. Our acharyas have reconciled how his being Atma Rama and his dependence on the from his devotees to become happy is not contradictory. Tadiyeshu tadagyeshu bhaktir jidatvam punah prematastam shatabhrityavante. Igvidrishva leelabhir ananda kunde swaghosham nimajjantam akhyapayattam. Tadiyeshu tadagyeshu bhaktir jidatvam punah prematastam shatabhrityavante. Krishna simultaneously immerses his devotees in the pool of bliss of devotional service, and he himself also enjoys being conquered by the devotees. Bhaktir jitatvam. So in bhakti, we understand that there are two things are there. When there is emotions involved, it always comes with two things. Just like if I say, I think we discussed before, but it's nice to hear again. Just like when we say that a mobile phone is kept on the table. Mobile phone is on the table. So immediately a person who is searching for it, he goes to the table and take it. He doesn't ask any further question. Book is kept on the table. Okay, the person goes there and takes the book from the table. The house, the father is searching for the car key, and the wife is telling the husband that your car key is in the desk. So he goes and takes the car key from the desk. He doesn't ask any other questions. But instead of saying book in the table, car key in the desk, if somebody says, I have a desire in my heart, immediately a question follows. What is the desire? What desire you have? So car key on the table, there is no need of any further question. Book on the table, there is no need of any further question. But when it says, I have a great desire, then immediately a question comes, what is your desire? And somebody says, I am very angry today. Immediately a question follows. On whom you are angry about? Somebody says, I am very much envious. And immediately a question comes, on whom you are envious. So these emotional aspects, somebody says, I have a great affection. So immediately question comes, on what, on whom you are affectionate. So immediately the question follows when there is emotions comes. But there is not necessarily question follows when there is non-emotional things like what it is the mobile phone or car key and all. So the answer to the question when the emotions involves, that is called as Vishaya. I have a desire, what you are desiring. So that answer will be is called as Vishaya. So the son may say, a child may say, I am desiring to eat gulab jamun. So that answer, gulab jamun, is a Vishaya of the desire. I have a great affection. On whom you are affectionate? I am very much affectionate towards so and so. So that so and so will be the Vishaya for the affection. I am very much angry. On whom you are angry? That person will be the Vishaya for the anger. So in this way, affection, desire, hatred, envy, all these things are coupled with a component that is called as a Vishaya. Without Vishaya, there cannot be love, affection, hatred, envy, anger, and so on. These emotions always have a Vishaya. And wherever the emotions, wherever the desire, hatred, and so on is present, that is the ashraya. Just like we see the table is on the mobile phone is on the table, the watch is on the table, or the car key is on the drawer, or the clock is on the wall. So this wall, table, drawer, all these things will be the ashraya, or the seat of all these objects. Similarly, which is a seat of desire, which is a seat of love, which is a seat of hatred, which is a seat of envy. That seat is called as ashraya. So these emotions have simultaneously, they have a base or a seat, and also they have got a particular object or called vishaya. So the clock, the mobile phone or a car key, they only have ashraya, where they are placed, table or wall and so on. They don't have vishaya. But these emotions and the desires and the envy, hatred, all these things, they all have a vishaya. So when we think like that, when you understand like this, bhakti is nothing but love. When bhakti matures, it becomes affection, love, prema. So because bhakti is emotion, prema, then the question comes, whom you are loving, what is the object of your affection, love? That is called as vishaya. That vishaya, can anybody can say what is the vishaya of the object of affection for the devotees?
Krishna.
Thank you, Krishna. Very simple. So the vishaya of the love and affection is called Krishna. That's why Krishna is called vishaya personified. Personified is called as vigraha. So the vishaya vigraha is called Krishna. Vishaya vigraha of what? Vishaya vigraha of affection, called prema. So prema's vishaya vigraha is Krishna. And we discussed that the mobile phone or the car key has a particular seat on which it is sitting. In this world, everything has particular shelter. The crown is sheltered by the king's head. King's head is sheltered by his neck. His body is sheltered by his leg. The leg is sheltered by the chariot. Chariot is sheltered by the wheels. Wheel is sheltered by the earth. So this way we can go. There is some shelter is there. Similarly, what is the shelter of love, which is a seat of love, that is called ashraya. So can anybody say what is the vishaya of bhakti or prema is Krishna? What is the ashraya of prema? Anybody can say?
Guru Sadhu Shastra, Prabhuji.
Gurudev.
Guru Sadhu Shastra, very nice. Who else?
Devotees.
Devotees.
Associates.
Huh? Devotees, very nice. So the shelter of
Bhakti.
we are asking what is the shelter of bhakti? Seat of bhakti.
Radharani.
Very nice. So very nice answer devotees gave. Always this emotions always stays in the heart of sentient beings. So the ashraya, the shelter or the seat of this love, emotion, affection is the devotees of Krishna, and the prominent seat of this matured affection towards Krishna is present in Srimati Radharani's heart. So that's why prema is in between. The vishaya of the prema is Krishna, and the ashraya of the prema is Srimati Radharani. That's why we say the vishaya vigraha of prema is Krishna, and the ashraya vigraha of prema is Srimati Radharani. So when Krishna is the object of devotion, object of love, and the seat of love is Srimati Radharani, and all the devotees, the living beings, are also, by the grace of Srimati Radharani, can be the seat of this prema, seat of bhakti. Nitya Siddha Krishna Prema sadhya kabhunai, shravanadi shuddha chitta karaya udai. So this bhakti or devotional service is inherent in the heart of all the living entities. So in that sense, the ashraya of bhakti are called as bhaktas. So bhaktas can be guru, bhaktas can be sadhus, and so the emotion, the ashraya of bhakti cannot be some table or some glass or some chair or something. These are all emotionless objects. So only sentient being can be the shelter of devotional service. So, so when you put a arrow mark above bhakti, upward arrow mark, that will point towards Krishna as a Vishaya Vigraha. When you put a arrow mark below prema, the seat of prema bhakti is the devotee's heart. So bhakta, bhakti, and Bhagavan. So Bhagavan is Vishaya Vigraha, and the bhakta can be Ashraya Vigraha. And now Krishna, being the Vishaya Vigraha, is always receives, he enjoys being the object of bhakti, object of devotion, object of love. And the devotees, being the ashraya of bhakti, they experience happiness. And devotional service is a connection between Krishna, the Vishaya, and the ashraya. In this way, Bhagavan, Bhakta, and Bhakti. These three things are inseparable. So now in the Shastras it is said, Bhagavan always becomes the Vishaya Vigraha of the Bhakti, means he is enjoyer of devotional service rendered by his devotees. But when there is a analysis among these two, the Vishaya Vigraha and the Ashraya Vigraha, who is in a better position? When analysis comes, is the Vishaya Vigraha, Krishna is better situated, or the Ashraya Vigraha, the devotees are better situated?
Ashraya Vigraha.
Ashraya.
Ashraya Vigraha, the devotees. So in this world, everybody wants to become God, isn't it? Whether they tell or some people explicitly tell. Even the other day we are celebrating Mahashivaratri. So many great so-called famous sadhus, famous gurus in India, Swamijis, lakhs of followers, millions of followers. If somebody asks them a rapid fire question, yes, what about God? The answer they gave is self. The self is the God. So everybody in this world is very, very happy to hear that I am the best, I am the enjoyer, I am the controller, I want to be big. And they are fruitlessly here. Hiranyakashipu is attempting to become the supreme enjoyer. And he was quite to a large extent becoming successful for a short time, of course. But it's a futile attempt. So ultimately, in compared to Hiranyakashipu and Prahlad Maharaj, who is better situated? Prahlad Maharaj wants to become Dasa Dasa Dasana Das. Vaham Rajata Prabhavata Modhikesmin. Vaham Raja Prabhavata Modhikesmin. That where I am born in a demonic family. And where are you, Krishna, who is the beloved of the goddess of fortune? Jata Suretarakula. I am born in a demonic family. So that is his mood, that I am the fallen, I am the lowest. But Hiranyakashipu thinks that he is the number one. But who is happy? Prahlad Maharaj, Hiranyakashipu. Always we say Prahlad Maharaj is happy. So in this world, everybody is trying to become God, because God is highest position. But actually, what God's consciousness that is discussed in Srimad Bhagavatam and Chaitanya Charitamrita. God Krishna, he is not interested in being the always being the Ashraya, the Vishaya Vigraha. Now he wants to take the position of the Ashraya Vigraha. That's why Krishna thought that my devotees, especially Srimati Radharani, is enjoying the highest bliss. She is enjoying the highest bliss being a servant of me. So I want to taste that particular mellow. So in order to understand Srimati Radharani's love towards him, the bliss she experiences in her loving attitude towards myself. And I want to know what is there within me which attracts Srimati Radharani so much. In order to fulfill these three desires, Krishna, who is the Ashraya, who is the Vishaya Vigraha, he wants to take the position of Ashraya Vigraha. That's what the appearance of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is all about. So here Krishna, who is actually inherently is not achieved the position of Supreme God. Ishvara Parama Krishna Sachidananda Vigraha Anadir Adir Govinda Sarvakarana Kar. That Anadir Adir Govinda, he is Adi of all, but for himself he is Anadi. He doesn't have any Adi. He is the cause of all. Sarvakarana Karanam. He is the cause of all the causes, but he doesn't have any cause for himself. He is the beginning of everything, but he doesn't have any beginning for himself. So that is his constitutional natural position. But still, that Supreme Lord, he wants to take the position of his devotee, the Ashraya Vigraha. So in order to fulfill those three desires, Sri Krishna, who is Shyamsundara, appears in this age of Kali as Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Gaura Sundara Nimai, in the province of Navadvip, Mayapur Dham. So Krishna, who is busy enjoying his pastimes with gopis and gopas and cows and Jamuna and Govardhan Vrindavan, he want to take the position of his devotee, he want to descend to Navadvip. Balaram ji also, who is with Krishna, enjoying the spiritual world, all blissful pastimes, being the Lord, he also want to assist his brother Krishna in the mood of a devotee. So same Krishna appeared as Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Balarama Hoilo Nitai. Brajendra Nandana Jai Sachista Hoila say Balarama Hoila Nitai. So that is something very unique. It is not been, it is not even spoken before Mahaprabhu's advent. So that is Krishna appeared as so many incarnations such as Varaha, Vamana, Rama, even as Krishna. But this particular avatara, which is very, very unique. But when Krishna appears, he always comes with a purpose. The purpose mostly beneficial for the demigods, the living entities in general, and for the entire creation it is beneficial. Paritranaya sadhunam vinashaya cha dushkritam dharma samsthapanartaya sambhavami yuge yuge. But here, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's incarnation, it appears that he taken this incarnation for his own personal agenda. What is the personal agenda? That I want to appear to taste this particular mellow. What is that mellow? The mood of the gopis. So desire of Krishna is that I want to know what is there in me which attracts Srimati Radharani's heart. I want to understand the nature of her devotion service unto me. And I want to understand the bliss what she experiences when she performs devotion service unto me. These are the three internal reasons, three desires Mahaprabhu wanted to fulfill. These are the three internal reasons. So in order to fulfill those desires, Mahaprabhu appeared. But then if that is the case, then Mahaprabhu's incarnation, how it can be called as Dharma Samsthapanarthaya, Vinashaya cha Dushkritina, Paritranaya Sadhunam. He has come only for his own selfish agenda. Or we can call him as Namo Mahavadanyaya. So that's why the Shastras teaches that even though Mahaprabhu have appeared into this world in order to fulfill his own desires, he has his own personal agenda, but simultaneously Mahaprabhu also has another part of his personality, that is, while doing his own mission, while he is fulfilling his own desire, Mahaprabhu also simultaneously being compassionate, supreme devotee, he is very much offering what he relishes to other devotees also, other living entities. That's why Shastra says, Anarpita charim chirat karunaya avatirna kalau samarpayitum unnadojjvala swabhakti rasashriyam. So Mahaprabhu not only relishing the position of being the Ashraya Vigraha and thus fulfilling his own personal desire, but simultaneously he is helping us to achieve that supreme position of being Ashraya Vigraha in a best possible way. So in this way, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is teaching the whole world that the best position is to be the Ashraya Vigraha, not as a Vishaya Vigraha. The best position is to become servant of the servant of Krishna than to be a Krishna, because Krishna himself is not satisfied being Krishna. He wants to take the position of his own devotees, and none of the devotees want to take the position of Krishna. That means if there are 100 devotees and one Krishna, the majority 101, all of them want to take the position of Ashraya Vigraha, and only Krishna want to take the position of Vishaya Vigraha. So which is better? Being in the position of Ashraya Vigraha is always better, because even number wise it means more. So in this way, Mahaprabhu is glorifying and establishing in this world that being a devotee of Krishna, being the devotee is a devotee of Krishna is far superior than being Krishna. And when everybody else tells, they were not really convinced. But after being in the position of Supreme God, Krishna, when Krishna himself certifies that being the devotee of Krishna is far better, then nobody else can have any doubt. So that's why Krishna comes us and tells that I am very much happy being a Partha Sarathi. I am very much happy, called as the thief who is caught by the gopis, Makanchor. I am very much happy calling myself as Damodara. I am very much happy calling myself as run show drive. So Krishna is not so happy when he's called as Ishvara or Bhagavan or Akhilanta Koti Brahmanda Nayaka, but rather he becomes happy when he's called as the subservient or the person who is under the controller of his own devotees. So that is what the mood of God. And that mood of being the devotee of Krishna is in the ultimate level is exhibited by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. That's why Mahaprabhu is called as Anarpita Charim Chirat Karunaya Avatirana Kalo. Mahaprabhu came to offer us something which not have been offered before. Krishna Prema Pradhayate. What is that? Krishna Prema Pradhayate. Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namne Gauratvishe Namaha. He is Krishna Tvisha as Krishna, but now he is Gauratvisha, is radiant golden in color now. So that is what Mahaprabhu's avatara. That's why it is called as Chitrau Shandau Tamonato. Ajanu Lambida Bujau Kanakavadato Sankirtaneka Pitarau Kanakavadakshau Sri Chaitanya Misavers. Ajanu Lambida Bujau Kanakavadato Sankirtaneka Pitarau Kanakakadakshau Mande Jagat Priyakaro Karunavataro. Ante Jagat Priyakaro Karunavataro. So these Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Nityananda Prabhu, they're Karunavataro. Why? Because they're offering us such a great boon, gift, that is being the Ashya Vigraha of Krishna. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Nityananda Sahodidau Gaudodaya Pushpavando Chitrau Shandau Tamonudo. Chitrau Shandau Tamonudo. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu Nityananda Prabhu appeared in the Gaudodaya Pushpa, in the region of Gaudodesha. Just like sun and moon arises simultaneously, how it will be. It is very wonderful. It is very amazing. Similarly, Mahaprabhu and Nityananda Prabhu amazingly appear together, and they are delivering us the highest gift of Krishna Prema. So that's why Kaviraj Goswami says that if anybody understands Mahaprabhu's grace, they will go mad in ecstasy. If anybody wants to use all their logic in understanding Mahaprabhu's mercy, then they'll faint in bewilderment. Such kind of mercy Mahaprabhu's. Anarpita Charim Chirad. For a long time, this is not have been offered before. And now Mahaprabhu is offering this. So that's why Chaitanya Mahaprabhu personally, not only relishing this Krishna Prema, is also simultaneously offering to not just few people, but everybody is offering. That's why the Mahaprabhu's incarnation is called as Namo Mahavadanyaya. If he is only Mahaprabhu is enjoying himself, fulfilling these three desires, nobody will come to know such incarnation have taken place. But Mahaprabhu gave us, he broke open the treasure house of Krishna Prema. The Panchatattva have came down and broke open the treasure of Krishna Prema. That's why they're called Namo Mahavadanyaya. And how Mahaprabhu did it? By propagating the chanting of the holy name. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Kali Kale Namarupe Krishna Avatar. The Golekera Premadhana Harinama Sankirtana. in the Kali Yuga, Mahaprabhu, by the chanting of the holy name, he exhibited this great loving devotional service in the mood of the gopis. The access to this is given by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu through the holy names. So even though the holy name was available before also, but by Mahaprabhu's special grace, the key to the Prema Bhakti has been opened. That is also in the age of Kali. That's why Anarpita Charim Chirad. Chirad means for long time it is not having offered. But now it is been offered. In which time? Avatirana Kalau, even in this Kali Yuga. That's why Arunaya Avatirana Kalau mercifully appeared in this age of Kali. So the best gift he is giving on the worst time. That is Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's grace. So Mahaprabhu is setting the example, even though Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Krishna being the Vishaya Vigraha, want to release the position of being Ashraya Vigraha. But at the same time, Mahaprabhu is calling each and every living entities in the world, come and relish being the position of the Ashraya Vigraha. So that is called as compassion, daya. So here also Prabhupada says the devotees like Prahlad Maharaj, Prabhupada writes the purport, but devotees like Prahlad Maharaj laugh at how foolish they are to be busy in a temporary life without knowledge of soul's transmigration. But at the same time, Prahlad Maharaj is preaching to the classmates who are demons. So he did not just laugh at them, but he also compassionately preaching to his classmates the glories of devotional service. Shravanam Kirtanam Vishnu Smaranam Pada Sevanam Archanam Dasi Sakhyam Atma Nivedanam. So in this way, Srila Prabhupada is inducing that the devotees also, in the mood of Prahlad Maharaj, one should also compassionate towards the living entities and preach the message of Krishna consciousness. And how Mahaprabhu did? Mahaprabhu did in a very large scale. Mahaprabhu did in a very special way. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in his South India Yatra, when he came to South India Yatra, just by his chanting, just by his embrace, just by touch, he gives Krishna prema. During his Mahaprakash Leela, when Mahaprabhu directly at the spot he gives Krishna prema. There was one girl whose name was Sukhi, a servant in Shiva Thakur's house. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, now since he is appeared as a devotee of Krishna, he doesn't exhibit generally the mood of being a Supreme Lord. But the devotees likes to worship Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu as Supreme Lord. So in order to fulfill the desires of the devotees, Mahaprabhu very rarely sometimes he accepts that position. So once Mahaprabhu accepted his position of being a Supreme Lord in Shiva Thakur's house, he sat on the Vishnu's throne and he took the Vishnu Shaligram Shila and kept it on his own thigh lap and sat on the Vishnu's throne and told the devotees to worship him. So devotees, all the devotees came, Advaita Acharya, Shiva Thakur, Mukunda Dutt, Murari Gupta, so many hundreds of devotees in Navadip, they all came and they were doing Abhishek of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Gaur Sundara. They brought hundreds and hundreds of parts of water from Ganga and Mahaprabhu is taking Abhishek. And they offered hundreds and hundreds of varieties of foodstuffs. Mahaprabhu in one second he took everything and asked for more. So they say devotees are so happy to serve Mahaprabhu in this way. So that time Mahaprabhu saw that when the Abhishek is going on, one girl whose name was Dukhi, it is the custom in Bengal those times that if some family is having child and the child is dying again and again, so many children are dying in their family after giving birth. So in order to just avoid that, sometimes they name Dukhi. the emotion, the sentiment is that Yamaraj will consider the girl herself is Duki. Why should I punish her by taking her? So some kind of sentiment. Even Prabhupada's mother, she exhibited her affection by certain sentiments. She vowed to eat through left hand, and she decided that I will eat with my left hand. Till the time my son Abhay would ask me why you are eating left hand. That means she this is a vow that she is taking so that her son will live to ask this question. So that is kind of her affection. That is kind of her sacrifice, and that is kind of her prayers, the form of her prayers. So when Abhay grew up later, and one day he asked mother, mother, why are you eating in your left hand? Then she was happy and her desire is fulfilled. Abhay lived to ask these questions. So such kind of sentiment you may not be able to see in the Shastras, but these are all like traditional sentiments which people follow in the villages. So here she was named as Duki so that she will be spared by Yamaraj. So when Mahaprabhu saw this girl who was in the corner, she just helping, assisting the devotees who are doing Abhishek to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. She is assisting the assistant. And in this way, she is doing humbly in the background, in so much of happiness, she is performing the seva, being a servant, assistant of the assistant of the assistant of those who assist Mahaprabhu in performing this Abhishek. So Mahaprabhu named her that. Mahaprabhu called the devotees and asked, who is she? They said, she is Duki. Mahaprabhu said, now onwards she will become Sukhi. And as soon as Mahaprabhu pronounced the word Sukhi, with that name, she also got immediate, instant Krishna Prema. So there is no need to go through Shraddha, Sadhu, Sangha, Bhajana, Kriya, Anartha, Nivritti, Ruchi, Nishtha, Bhava, and then Prema. No. Asakti, these things are skipped and direct Prema. So that is Mahaprabhu's special grace. Then so many other devotees, they come and Mahaprabhu instantly was giving Krishna Prema. But one devotee was not called for a long time. And Mahaprabhu called for Kollavacha Sridhar, and nobody was even knowing call. And Mahaprabhu said, call Sridhar, call Sridhar. Nobody was knowing who is Sridhar. Everybody know him only as Kollavacha. And finally they go, Mahaprabhu says that just go to the market and you will hear the loud chanting of the holy name. And that direction you go and bring Sridhar to me. Then they go and they find Kollavacha Sridhar was loudly chanting Krishna's name. Very simple and humble devotee. And when he was being told that Sri Mahaprabhu is calling you, by the time all these great devotees were not knowing that Mahaprabhu is Krishna himself, now they all realize Mahaprabhu is Krishna himself. When Kollavacha Sridhar heard that Mahaprabhu is calling him, he could not even believe, he didn't even consider himself fit that he will be called by Mahaprabhu. He faints and right at that spot. Practically he was being carried and they were brought in front of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And Mahaprabhu revealed to him the beautiful form of himself as Shyamasundara, Krishna Balaram. And Mahaprabhu gave him instantly Krishna Prema. Mahaprabhu bestowed his grace on Gangadas Pandit. And Mahaprabhu told him that when you are, this is long, many years before, when the Mughals are attacking you, and when the Yavanas are troubling, when the Yavanas are creating a lot of trouble to the Navadip Vasis, that time you flew from Navadip with your family, and the Yavanas are chasing you, and you came to the bank of the Ganga. There is no other way, there is no other place to go. And the Yavanas are chasing you. In order to protect you don't have any other way to find out how you can protect yourself. The river is next to you, and the Yavanas are coming behind, and your family, your wife, your daughter, you can't even imagine what kind of trouble they'll give to them. So he decided that instead of being troubled by them, losing his wife's chastity and his daughter's purity, he decided to jump in the ocean and give up your life. That day from nowhere, a boatman came and you pleaded the boatman, please save me, save me. And Mahaprabhu told Gangadas Pandit that that boatman is nobody, none other than myself. And Gangadas Pandit heard this, he was so overwhelmed and he fell in Mahaprabhu's lotus feet. And Mahaprabhu gave instantly Krishna Prema. So in this way, hundreds of devotees were getting instant Krishna Prema from Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And later Mahaprabhu took sannyas and he told Nityananda Prabhu that I am going to take sannyas. And Nityananda Prabhu heard this, he was completely broken-hearted and he felt very much bad in a corner in a lonely place. Nityananda Prabhu sat down and started crying, thinking about Sachimata. And Mahaprabhu said that he is taking sannyas just in order to deliver a few handful of people. This Panchatattva Mahaprabhu opened the flood house of treasure house of Krishna Prema. As a flood, he is distributing this Krishna Prema to everybody. But still, some so-called people of the higher societies, the Mayavadis, very expertly, diligently avoided being drowned in this flood of Krishna Prema. So Mahaprabhu decided to drown them also. Just for this handful of people, Mahaprabhu decided to leave his elderly mother Sachimata, leave young wife Vishnupriya, leave the loving affection of his dear associates, leave the banks of Ganga, leave his dear home, Navadip Dham. And all the sacrifice Mahaprabhu took only just for these people of Varanasi, the Mayavadis. So this is Mahaprabhu's mood that he is offering this Krishna Prema to everybody, fallen souls. And later Mahaprabhu told Nityananda Prabhu that in a secluded place, Mahaprabhu told Nityananda Prabhu that since I have taken sannyas to deliver these fallen souls, I can't go to every place. And but you should get married, and wherever I cannot even go, those places you should go and give this Krishna Prema. So then Nityananda Prabhu was instructed by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to get married. So Mahaprabhu took sannyas in order to deliver the fallen conditioned souls. And Mahaprabhu instructed Nityananda Prabhu to get married to deliver the fallen conditioned souls. So renunciation or being in a grihastha life, ultimately both are directed towards being compassionate towards the living entities. So Nityananda Prabhu was instructed by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu that he should go back to Navadvip, Bengal to preach. When Mahaprabhu took sannyas, he was in so much in ecstasy. He was about to go to Vrindavan, and Nityananda Prabhu tricked Chaitanya Mahaprabhu because he understood the heart of Navadvip Vasis. He understood the heart of Mahaprabhu. He said instead of going to Jamuna, Nityananda Prabhu brought him to the banks of Ganga, and he sent a message to Advaita Acharya that I am bringing Mahaprabhu back to Navadvip and to Shantipur. So then when Mahaprabhu saw the river, he thought it's Jamuna, and he was entering the Yamuna, the river, but it was Ganga. On the other side, he saw Advaita Acharya is coming in the boat, and Mahaprabhu said to Advaita Acharya, "Oh Advaita, you are also in Vrindavan in Yamuna." Advaita Acharya said, "No, this is Ganga. We are in Shantipur." Then Mahaprabhu understood that Nityananda would trick him. Then Mahaprabhu was pacified by Advaita Acharya that nevertheless, it is not the mistake of Nityananda Prabhu. See, this is also Yamuna. Why? In Prayag, Ganga and Yamuna, they join together in the confluence of Prayag. And on the Eastern side is Ganga and the western side is Jamuna. They come together. Now we are the western side bank. So this is Jamuna. So in this way, Advaitacharya brought Mahaprabhu to Shantipur, and Sachimata was given information that message that Mahaprabhu have come to Shantipur. So Sachimata came, and all the devotees of Navadip came to see Mahaprabhu. It was a great reunion after Mahaprabhu took sannyas. So then, when Mahaprabhu was at the request of Sachimata, that instead of going to Vrindavan, Sachimata requested Mahaprabhu that you be present, you keep your place, you keep your base in Jagannath Puri, it's not different from Vrindavan, so that I will be keeping hearing about you. And Jagannath Puri is like another room within Navadvip, same house. So just to fulfill Matru Bhakta Shiromani Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu accepted the instruction of Sachimata, and Mahaprabhu stayed in Jagannath Puri. He went to Jagannath Puri. Then Mahaprabhu instructed Nityananda Prabhu to go to Bengal and preach the message. When Nityananda Prabhu came to Bengal, he was given so many associates: Abhiram Thakur, Gadadhar Das, Sridama, who is incarnated as Mahaprabhu's associate in Gaulila. So when Nityananda Prabhu and the associates they are returning back from Jagannath Puri to Navadip, they are so much in ecstasy. They are not even aware that they have bodies. They were like covered boys. Abhiram Thakur stood in one place, standing in threefold bending form, playing flute for 9 hours and dancing and singing Krishna's name. They were going, and after some time, they would ask the people. They would see some covered boys are playing in the ground. They ask, "Where is a road towards Ganga?" The covered boys would say that, "Oh, you are already 6 hours away from road towards Ganga." And they would smile and they go towards Ganga. Again, after walking for some distance, chanting, dancing, doing kirtan, they would ask some local people, "Can you please guide us the road towards Ganga?" Then they would say, "Oh, you are already 20 miles away from the road towards Ganga." Again, they would smile and laugh and they go towards Ganga. In this way, somehow or other, Nityananda Prabhu's party reached Panihati, and they reached the house of Raghava Pandita, Raghavananda. And Raghava Pandit welcomed Nityananda Prabhu and he placed him on the beautiful banyan tree. And they had a beautiful kirtan of Krishna and discussion of Krishna Katha. And in this kirtan, while the kirtan is going on, Nityananda Prabhu asked Raghava Pandit, "Can you please bring me the garland of Kadamba flowers?" Raghava Pandit said that this season is not Kadamba flower season, and Kadamba flowers comes during rainy season, but it is off season. So that time, Raghav Pandit was told by Nityananda Prabhu, "You go out and just check and bring Kadamba flowers." So Raghav Pandit came out and saw in the lemon tree there are beautiful Kadamba flowers are grown. And immediately, with so much of amazement, he plucked all these Kadamba flowers, made a garland, offered to Nityananda Prabhu. And all the devotees on ecstasy performing kirtan. In a matter of time, all the devotees experience a special fragrance coming in the kirtan. The fragrance is that of Damanaka flowers. And this Damanaka flower doesn't grow in Bengal. It grows only south of the India. So all the devotees are wondering where is Damanaka flower fragrance is coming from. Nityananda revealed that by the power of their kirtan, Mahaprabhu is so happy that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu wearing Damanaka flower garland, he appeared here from Jagannath Puri. And devotees heard it, they are so much in so happiness, they are performing, they're chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra even more enthusiastically. And Nityananda Prabhu said that this form of Mahaprabhu who is wearing Damanaka flowers, and he's appeared in such a way that I could see him. So Nityananda Prabhu said that he is standing below the tree. So this way devotees chanted and danced for hours and hours together. Then Nityananda Prabhu from there he took his associates and they were going to various places in Bengal. And they are performing kirtan for 3 months non-stop. There's no question of eating or sleeping, just constant kirtan. And whoever Mahaprabhu look at, when Mahaprabhu when Nityananda glances on anybody, just with a glance, they're getting Krishna Prema. Whoever Nityananda glances, they're fainting in ecstasy, being haunted by a ghost called Krishna Prema. The Shastra say just like a cyclone when it blows in the field of banana trees, how the banana trees falls by the effect of cyclone. Similarly, whoever glances, Nityananda glances like a cyclone, and that brings so many devotees, so many people uh, faint in ecstasy of Krishna Prema. That was a way that Panchatattva and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu Nityananda they are uh, giving Krishna Prema to one another. So Nityananda delivered Jagai in Madai. So Srila Prabhupada later says that Nityananda Prabhu, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, they delivered one Jagai Madai, but by the grace of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu International Society for Krishna Consciousness, so empowered that he is delivering hundreds of Jagai in Madai. So the mission is the same, the mood is the same, the parampara is the same. Of course, Srila Prabhupada says we don't have a great power like Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to give instant Krishna Prema to others. But in the footsteps of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, in the footsteps of great Acharyas, Rupa Goswami, Sanatana Goswami, in the footsteps of Bhaktivinoda Thakur, Bhaktisiddhanta Sri Thakur, Srila Prabhupada said we are giving this supreme benediction of Krishna consciousness to one and all, primarily in the form of chanting of the holy name. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So taking the holy name to us and also giving this holy name to others, one can get benefited, one can achieve perfection in this lifetime. At the same time, one can be benevolent to others also by making other people also happy. So that's the mood of Prahlad Maharaj here. Prabhupada is emphasizing that Prahasan, Slakshanaya Prahasan Iva, happily and blissfully Prahlad Maharaj is presenting to his friends, the demonic friends. Atatan Slakshanaya Vacha Pratyahuya Mahabudha Vacha Vidvanstanishtam Kripaya Prahasan Iva. Slakshanaya Vacha, very pleasingly speaking. Even though Prahlad Maharaj is undergoing so much of difficulties, being tortured by Hiranyakashipu, his own father is torturing. Can you imagine how much emotional trauma a person can have? One father is torturing, and he doesn't have a mother cannot even vocally support him also. So in one sense, if you consider nowadays such kind of a child, it can be considered like a child could be like a case of mental trauma, child abuse, physically, emotionally, mentally. What Prahlad Maharaj hearing is all negative words from his friends, from the teachers, from the father. From every corner, he's getting all negative things. And physically, he's assaulted by putting under the elephant's feet. He was being bitten by poisonous snakes. He was thrown in the ocean. He was being flung from top of the mountain. He's been pierced by the sharp weapon, thrown in the fire. Such a kind of trouble he is getting, such kind of torture he is getting. But in spite of his own difficulties, own things he's experiencing, keeping aside all these things, Atatan Slakshnaya Vacha, he is pleasingly, without any kind of grudge, without any kind of exhibiting his own difficulties, he is happily Pratyahuya Mahabudha. He himself is calling his friends, Vacha Vidwan Stanishtham, Kripaya Prahasaniva, very happily compassionately he is preaching God consciousness, Krishna consciousness to his friends. So this is our parampara, this is our Sanatana Dharma. What Prahlad Maharaj did, what Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appeared, he appeared in order to relish his own desire and also giving Krishna prema to others. Following in his footsteps, Srila Prabhupada, Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, Srila Prabhupada, and Prabhupada is giving us also the opportunity to take the Krishna consciousness and give this Krishna consciousness to others. So in this way, when we are thinking about others' difficulties, our petty problem doesn't become very prominent in life. So as His Grace Jananias who once mentioned that he said, you got Guru, you got holy name, and you got Seva. You got these three things. You got Guru, you got Seva to Krishna, you got Guru, and Guru has given you mantra. And also he has given you Seva. So you got Guru, you got the holy name, and you got Seva. So what you have to worry about yourself? There is no need to worry about oneself because you got everything you got. You got the Guru, you got Krishna's name, and you got Seva. So if at all you want to worry, he said only worry should be the worry should be towards those who don't have these three things. So one's life is secured, one's life is already perfected, one's life's achievement is already done because the devotees have already received a spiritual master, received mantra from the spiritual master, holy name, they received seva. So one has got everything what they want in this human life. But worry can be why other conditions are suffering, they don't have these things. So here Prahlad Maharaj, even though he has so many difficulties, but he is happy and satisfied because he got the goal of human life. What is the goal of human life? He has Krishna with himself. So he is content, happy. Prahasaniva, Slakshnaya Vacha, Bhutaha Vidwan, these are all adjectives. Who is Vidwan? Prahlad Maharaj. Why is Vidwan? Because he is a learned. Say Krishna, Bhaje, say Chatur. One who worships Krishna is the most intelligent. So Mahabudhaha is not just intelligent. Mahabudhaha is the most intelligent, most learned, very learned. Prabhupada writes Mahabudha means who was highly learned and advanced in spiritual consciousness. Vidwan, very learned. So this adjective of Prahlad Maharaj. And not only is very learned, but also he is very happy and content. Prahasan Niva is smiling. When a person can smile when he is happy, Prabhupada says, chant Hare Krishna. And not only is very happy, but also Kripaya. Person can be happy, content in one's own devotional service. Kripaya is very compassionate. That's why Pratyahu he called them. And Slakshnaya Vacha, with the pleasing words he is speaking to them. Okay, Hare Krishna. Thank you for patiently hearing for a long time. I think I should.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Dandavat pranam to you.
Pranam, Hare Krishna.
All glories to Srila Prabhupada. How are you, Prabhuji?
Krishna's grace, Vaishnava's mercy. More or less
You-
okay. Not
you-
so.
First of all, Prabhu, I would like to pray for the departure of mothers of His Grace Sukumar Gaur Prabhuji, who was trying to give, who was earlier giving the class, but then thanks for jumping in. So may she gets the lotus feet of Sri Krishna and Srila Prabhupada, because he's such an amazing devotee, always doing great kathas.
Mm.
Then Prabhuji, a great lecture, like always, Prabhu. You touch so many points and you speak all from Shastras. And when you were saying about the mystic powers of Hiranyakashipu, I was thinking about Bisaki Sen. You know, he tried to affect Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur at his time. And he was able to, successfully actually show many mystic powers where he actually troubled his own family also. And at a point, there was his family literally praying him to let Bisakhi Sen go, but Srila Bhakti Vinod Thakur knew the power of Harinam, so he defeated Bisakhi Sen in that point. And very beautiful point of Ashraya and Vigraha, Prabhuji. Actually, other day I was reading Chaitanya Charitamrita, and Srila Prabhupada explains at in the starting, chapters of Chaitanya Charitamrita beautifully this concept of Ashraya and Vigraha. It's so beautiful to read. It's very I would say technical. The start of Chaitanya Charitamrita that puts you to sleep, but on the other side it is very sweet, and and we know more about the advent of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, why he was here, and so beautiful, so beautiful. And Prabhu, certainly Guru Krishna Seva and Krishna has been given, and now it should be our endeavors to do our sadhana carefully, and to not break anybody's heart, but to speak of a devotee, but anybody hearts in general. So thank you so much, Prabhu. What a beautiful class, like always. You have so much knowledge, and you deliver beautiful classes, Prabhuji. You put not some many shlokas, I would say, you remember, and then you know all the theory of Krishna consciousness. Thank you, Prabhu. Thank you so much for coming on the call last minute too. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. So, dear devotees, if anybody has any questions or comments for Prabhuji, please unmute yourself or raise your hand. Or
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Can I ask a question?
Hare
Yes,
Krishna.
Mataji.
Yeah. Okay, Prabhuji. Just I too like how Prabhuji just mentioned. He recalled something, and I just want to add when you yourself mentioned that how Krishna doesn't like to be called Ishwar. And I just remembered that when Krishna went into the cave, the Muchukunda episode, and then how he said that, are you son? Like, are you the sun god? Like when he saw Lord Krishna. And that time Krishna said, no, I am son of Vasudev. So just trying to exhibit, the character, the Sheelam of Krishna. So, and also like in Rajasuya sacrifice, he took the position of washing the feet of all the Brahmanas, like Ashray Vigrah. I was just trying to correlate, those points with these two episodes which came into my mind. And Prabhuji, I was not really clear, if you have the time, that about that left hand bit. I have not understood, like, what was the motive of using the left hand?
Left hand? I didn't understand. Which one, Mataji?
That mother is using some left hand. Srila Prabhupada's mother, she used. I have not understood what was the motive. Like, I didn't understand that. I was not attentive, maybe that's why I didn't catch it.
In those times in India, they would get many children, and also there will be a lot of death rate of newborn babies also. This happens. For example, Sachimata lost many children before, 7 or 8 children, I think. She lost after giving birth. Then finally Vishnu born. Like that, the mothers have a fear out of affection that the child might die like that. So the mother's sentiment is that I want to see my child living. So she took a vow that he has to ask me a question. Child should ask a question to me. So the child has to ask a question, the child has to live. And when the child would ask question, only when it gets some maturity. So when the child becomes matured enough, the child would ask a question, what is left and what is right hand. So then when the child would ask, why your mother you are eating in left hand, that means at least the child is going to live till the time to ask a question. So that is sentiment of Abhai's mother, Prabhupada's mother. she took a vow, it's austerity basically, eating in left hand. So by her sentiment is that because I'm taking something, some difficult vow, some difficulty, austerity. So being pleased with the austerity, the gods will give me benediction. Just for my sake, being compassionate towards me, the gods will give benediction that my child will live, so that he can ask the question to me. And only when he asks this question, I will eat on the right hand. So this is a kind of a self-imposed austerity to invoke the compassion of the compassion of God. And what is the compassion of God for her? That the God should help her son to live, so that he will ask such question. So that is sentiment.
Okay, thank you, Prabhuji. And what was the third reason you yourself mentioned? First, to establish the Yuga Dharma, then Advaita Acharya's prayers, and what is the third one, Prabhuji?
That is external reason. The internal reason is in order to understand Srimati Radharani's devotion service towards him. The nature of her devotion service, first thing is in order to understand what is within him, which attracts Srimati Radharani towards himself. This first one. Second is to understand the nature of the love of Srimati Radharani. And the third is to understand the bliss, to experience the bliss Srimati Radharani experiences when she loves Krishna, when she serves Krishna. These are the three internal reasons why Mahaprabhu appeared.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Right.
Thank you, Mataji, Deepika Keni Mataji, for being so keen to to listen about the katha. Thank you for being there with us. So, dear devotees, if anybody has any more questions or comments, right now is the time. Shushilpa Mataji is saying, thank you, Prabhuji, very beautiful class. Thank you, Shushilpa Mataji. So, Prabhuji, I don't see any more devotees with raised hands or questions. So, with your permission, we will end the class, Prabhuji.
Thank you for patiently listening to me and keeping me away from Maya for some time. Grateful to all of you. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Thank you for coming on the call, and thank you for every time you come on the call. It's nice to listen from you, because we get to know where we come from and about our lineage, about ISKCON. So thank you, dear Prabhu, for being with us.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, Dandot Pranam. Thank you so much, Prabhuji, for the wonderful class, and thank you so much for coming on the call at very last minute. Thank you so much.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you,
Hare
Prabhuji.
Krishna.
Vancha kalpataru.
Let us pay our obeisances to
Vancha
Prabhuji and all the assembled
Kripa
Vaishnavas.
Sindhupaya
Vancha
vacha
kalpataru
Patitana Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha
Vaishnavebhyo
Vaishnavebhyo
Namo Namaha.
Namo Namaha
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Srimad
Hare
Bhagavatam
Krishna.